All right, so we're back in the garage. Today we're doing a tune-up kit, Honda maintenance kit unboxing reveal. And we're gonna get our mower ready for the season. So I'm gonna open this box up. Just got it from Home Depot. There's the oil. There's our new air filter. And our spark plug. Bigger than the blowers. If you caught last week's video, on Wednesday we did maintenance, pre-season maintenance for all the two-stroke equipment, your blowers, handheld blowers, backpack blowers, weed eater. So if you missed that video, links in the description, go check it out. But for now, let's get into this Honda. We're going to change our oil. So the first one we want to do is empty the old oil before we put the new oil in. New oil, our filter or our funnel. So we'll undo the drainage cap here. Take the dipstick out. And then it's just a matter of tilting the mower over so that the oil drains out. You want to make sure that your gas is turned off. You can tell that the gas is off by this right here, this lever. So you can see your fuel line running laterally. So when you turn this up, it stops the fuel. Gas is off, prevents the engine from flooding and causing harmful damage by getting gas in places where it shouldn't be because the mower's at an angle that it wouldn't actually be at. I know you can't tell, but I'm pretty much holding this mower with all my weight. I'm not leaving any weight on this front right wheel here. I don't want to damage it or bend it in any way that would negatively affect mowing or its performance. But I want to get all this bad oil out. You come closer here, you can see how black the oil is, and it's ready to be drained. All right, so Honda makes this real easy for you. You pour all the oil out. It's old, it's bad. You get their new oil and you pour all the oil in. There's no measuring, you just dump it in and the mower's ready to go. So I put the filter in there, or the funnel, I don't know why I keep saying that. Always try to get a funnel. You don't necessarily need one, but it's super annoying if you don't have one. Cap is removed, we're gonna pour the oil in. There, let it all of it pour out. All right, so I took the night, we let the oil drain the pan overnight, so now it's ready to be capped off. We're gonna put our air filter back on our mower here, show y'all how that's done, and then replace the spark plug and the Honda HXR Push Mower, Honda's residential version, which is what I use and recommend, will be fully serviced and ready for the new season. So let's get that spark plug replaced and I'll show y'all what that looks like. This is the spark plug on the Honda HXR. You access it from the very front of the mower. You pull the rubber stop off. Originally I used a T-tool to replace and tighten all my spark plugs, but unfortunately this T-tool is too small for this spark plug. So we're gonna make do with a pair of pliers instead. All right, so the pliers are ineffective for the spark plug on the Honda HXR, so don't even try to use them. It's just a waste of time. Both of these T-tools, this is for the steel pole saw. It's a little smaller. This is for the steel chainsaw, a little bigger. Both of these are too small, they don't work. What you need is a 21 millimeter socket. A 21 millimeter socket will work. This is the old spark plug. It's been used, somewhat black. We'll compare it to our new spark plug. Fresh, white, reliable, ready to go. So we'll plug this new one in and our mower will get to chugging. When it comes to hand tightening your spark plug, the amount of pressure I put on is essentially just the weight of my arm. I lean on it a little bit, but I don't push or pull. I don't want to over tighten it and strip it, just enough so that it doesn't move whenever you lean your weight on it just a little bit. Spark plug is reinstalled. The mower is ready to start and run reliably for the rest of the season, and we'll inspect it every week for blade damage, but other than that, this mower is good to go until the next time we do it next spring. All right, so I'm here in front of the Wright Stander B. I want to talk to you guys about the service maintenance record. This is the manual that comes with the zero turn. When it comes to maintaining a zero turn mower, I just recommend you follow this to the T. So we're not quite at 100 hours yet, but hopefully we'll get there soon through some mowing when the mowing season kicks back in. But when that does kick in, we'll drop a video in detail replacing the engine cooling fans, the engine oil, and the filters. But until then, there's something I want to show you guys to watch out for. When you first buy your Wright Stander B, it can be, I don't know, a little finicky when it comes to the throttle cable. So you want to make sure that when you're starting to push the throttle cable forward to rabbit mode, that it doesn't mess up, it doesn't start to feel squishy, or it doesn't pull itself back on its own. If it starts to do that, that means your throttle cable is going bad and you'll need to replace it. I had to do that. I had to replace my throttle cable, but after I replaced it, it worked fine. So the throttle cable runs up into the mower, connects to this. To replace it, you snip the zip ties in their locations, and then you unscrew these, one of these, whichever one the throttle cable is connected to, and you take it out. It just unhooks real easy, and then you throw it back in after you get the new one. So this right here is our hydroaxle service kit. This replaces the hydraulic system in your zero turn. It services it. Like I said, the Wright Stander B recommends that you service this at 80 hours. But I'm not going to do that because I'm worried that I'm going to mess it up just by servicing it. So I'm going to wait until my zero turn starts to give me problems, at which point then I'll pull the trigger on this. So I bought it in advance. I've got it in my shop already. We're ready to go. So as soon as the zero turn starts having hydraulic problems, I'll be able to address them. I recommend you look at service the same way. Be proactive and have the tools and materials on site to constantly fix your equipment. You don't want to have to go to the store to fix something. So this is what I recommend here for your transaxle service kit, and we'll do a long video on this one day, I'm sure, on the complicated ins and outs of this zero turn. But for now, our zero turn is well within our maintenance record. It's still going to be ready for the season, and I think we're ready to go. So yesterday, we put some deep creep down into our blower here. This is our Echo commercial blower. Unfortunately, it's seized up because we didn't put in the right mixture of fuel. I thought that I was putting in oil into 2 gallons of water, but I was really putting in a 50-to-1 pre-mix, so be sure not to make that mistake. We're gonna check now and see if these pistons have unseized, see if we can get this blower to start. It's basically trash, but we'll see if we can get it to start and see if we can salvage it and save us some money. So let's do our first pull here and see. So the white smoke is the deep creep being burned off out of the piston. But remember, this was a $400 blower that was previously seized up. We got the piston fixed and now it's running. So hopefully we can salvage it and just keep on going. So here's a little bonus clip for you guys. We're here in the backyard because I don't want to get WD-40 all over the garage floor. I'm going to show you guys how you can keep your Ego electric or any gas-powered bush trimmer running properly, and as well as your loppers. So we're going to pop this cap off, take the plastic piece off. Our battery is charged. Run the blades a little bit, get them split up. The blades are split and you can clearly see each one. You have access to all of them with WD-40. Apply liberally and multiple times.
Oh, they'll cut anything you want.
But they still run pretty loose because I always keep WD-40 on me and I always tighten them up. So I just keep my screwdriver and I'll just spray it right in here.